respected dignitaries, faculty members, and my dear students. Good evening to one and all present here. I am Dr. Shirley Edward, Organizing Secretary for the web conference on Research in Electronics Engineering and Communication Techniques. It is REACT 2020, organized by our ECE department. I welcome you for the web conference on REACT. Now I request our respected HOD and convener of the conference, Dr. C. Gomati, to welcome the gathering.
Thank you, ma'am. We are very happy to host this web conference, REACT 2020, which is an acronym for Research in Electronics Engineering and Communication Engineering Techniques. Actually, we are supposed to have conducted this conference in the month of March, but due to this COVID pandemic, we had to postpone it for the benefit of all the participants and for making it convenient. So we thought that we will conduct this as a web conference, so all the people all over India could participate. So with that idea, we have actually started this web conference details and all that. And many of the participants all over India have enthusiastically given their papers, and they also waited patiently for this series of web conference to happen. And just to say a few words about our REACT conference, this is conducted annually, and this is sixth in the series, and that speaks the success of this particular national conference. And in this juncture, I would like to welcome Dr. Mukul Sutavane, who is actually the Deputy Director of and the Professor of Electronics and Communication Engineering of College of Engineering, Pune. Welcome you, sir, for this web conference of REACT. And just to say a few words about sir, he is also a recipient of Professor SPC IETE National Award for Excellence in Telecom Education, and he has also taken up various prestigious positions in College of Engineering, Pune, and he has got over 27 years of experience, and he has also readily agreed for such a web conference invitation. We are really happy that you could come over here and present a keynote speech. Welcome you, sir, this web conference. And we also have with us Dr. Balasubramaniam Pesala. He is actually a senior principal scientist from CERI Chennai, and we have been having our student participants, many of them have been doing projects under Pesala sir, and we have been having very good acquaintance with Pesala sir, and who has also readily accepted our invitation to be a keynote speaker and a guest of honor. And welcome Dr. Pesala for this annual conference. And we also at this juncture, we would like to welcome the constant support rendered by our Dean Dr. Duraivellu, and also the organizer of the conference, Dr. Shirley Edward, and all the members of our faculty who are in the organizing committee, the session in charges, and all our faculty members, and especially the student participants and the participants from all over the India who has actually contributed for this conference. Welcome you all for this web conference, REACT 2020. Thank you.
Now I request our pillar of support, our Dean Sir, Dr. K. Duraivellu, to share a few words.
Good evening, everyone. Respected dignified speaker, Dr. Mukul, Professor, College of Engineering, Pune, Dr. Balasubramaniam, Senior Principal Scientist, CSR, beloved HOD, Dr. Gomati, the convener of this web conference, Dr. Shirley Edward, and dear participants, good evening to everyone. First of all, I should congratulate ECE department for conducting this REACT 2020 as usual every year. Though in the current scenario, it is not possible to conduct the event with the physical presence of every participants. They are leveraging the technology for conducting this conference without any disturbance. Though COVID-19 has made every one of us to stay away from each other. The technology has facilitated us to get connected, due to which we are able to conduct this conference every year, as usual every year. First of all, I have to thank professors from Pune and as well as the CSR for having accepted our kind invitation to give the keynote address to make this event a memorable one for every participants of this conference. I don't want to take much time since you are all eagerly waiting for the keynote address of the speakers as well as the other sessions. I wish this national conference, REACT 2020, a grand success. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request our keynote speaker, Dr. Mukul Sutavane, sir, to release the conference proceedings.
Okay. So at the outset, let me congratulate and appreciate all the organizing committee of this 6th edition of National Conference of REACT 2020 at SRM ISP. And then I declare that this conference is inaugurated. And then we have to now really go for a novel way of releasing the journal, the proceedings of this conference in an e-manner, right, online manner. So what is the procedure, ma'am? Shirley, ma'am, what should I do?
Yes, thank you, sir.
Okay, it is inaugurated. Yes, good.
Thank you.
The proceedings are now released and you can see it on the screen. Madam Gomati has shared all the pages of the proceedings. Good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Adityan and Chetna Alaguram from St. Joseph's Institute of Technology, they are going to present on precision farming by crop and weed detection using image processing.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Myself, Chetna Alaguram, and my colleague Adityan Subramaniam. We are going to discuss about precision farming. Here we are concentrated in the agriculture field as the weeds. Everyone was saying that let me introduce something. Everyone was thinking about the water scarcity is the major problem in agriculture, and even it is not true to it. It also has the problem of weeds also. If you have pour 100% of water, 50% of water is used to take by the weeds. So we started research from this. This research was started from 1 year ago. Last year I have seen a news about Parthenium plant. It is a wheat plant which was totally drinking every water, and it is a foreign plant, but it is imported unfortunately in India from Maharashtra. Pollen grains has a tiny views, and it will easily spread everywhere. These are the literature survey we used to study and we got into research. There are several members who are thinking about weeds and they are classified, but they are thinking that they are using some chemical things and they are using more chemicals to the land. But the chemicals are not only affecting the weeds, it also affecting the sand. By example, more number of members are using even salt with water. They are using salt with water to easily eradicate the weeds. If we apply to the weeds, it will easily destroy it. But it not only destroy the weeds, it also destroy the land. If we salt content is rich in salt sand.
Yes, I saw this. Yeah.
What?
No, you carry on.
Yeah, okay. If the salt content is rich in sand, then it will last its tendency to grow the new plant. Next slide. Next, after the literature survey. Next. Proposed work. Here we are giving the opportunity to the farmers that we are proposing a work to design a robot which we can monitor the field and check the temperature, moisture content and spray the required amount of water into the land, which it is used to water management, and it will easily take the occurred.
Good evening, sir. So I take this opportunity to introduce you. So Bala Pesala is currently a senior principal scientist at a Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR Chennai, and an associate professor at Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research, ACSIR.
Thank the organizers, and especially Vaishali ma'am, for inviting me here. I think this was a little bit long due because it was supposed to happen in March,
Yes.
but I congratulate all the organizers, nevertheless, to organize this web conference because we never know when we'll meet again, right, in person. So I have a long association with SRM for the last probably 7 years. We have been getting a lot of students from SRM, and for the students who are new, I am happy to say that we CSIR CIRI has signed an MOU with SRM University, where right now we have been looking at a lot of collaborative initiatives where CIRI and SRM work together towards a common goal, right? So if any of the students or the professors, in fact, we are doing collaboration projects with more than 5 professors in the various departments of SRM. So if you're not aware of this, please keep this in mind. So it's an opportunity even for faculty to come and spend some time at CIRI. So if you any of you who has visited as doctor, right? As soon as they enter, he will try to collect multiple vital parameters. So this is one of the new developments that we have done in the last couple of weeks. So I'll give you a future outlook. So you can use the same principles, possibly, for glucose monitoring. When a person eats, right, his blood glucose level increases, which will affect your heart rate and heart rate variability. So we are combining multispectral sensors with the heart rate variability to capture the trends in the glucose, because typically wearable glucose patches, right, or devices are expensive, and it also needs constant replacement. So we're just hoping that we have a wearable watch which can measure glucose, which can track your glucose level constantly. That will be very useful. You can also do something called screening for heart diseases. A lot of people die of coronary artery disease, which is caused because the plaques get deposited in the arteries, in the coronary artery. Of all the arteries that are present in your body, the most important artery is one of the most important artery, or probably the most important artery, is the coronary artery, because it supplies blood to your heart, right? It is the only artery, right, which supplies blood to the heart. Heart pumps the blood, and this coronary artery actually helps the heart in turn in supplying the blood. So if this artery is blocked, people get heart attack, right? So the plaque gets deposited. Sometimes it's sudden. The plaque gets, blocks the arteries, and then you don't have blood supply to your heart. So you can potentially use, right, these wearable sensors devices. You can also use voice signals, and you can also use, you can capture the heart sound using a smartphone microphone. By combining all the signals, you can potentially detect the coronary artery disease. So I'll be happy to take any questions from the students. Thank you.
So good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir, regarding deep learning, in which platform you have implemented it, sir? Like FPGA or any other platform?
Good question. See, FPGA platforms, right, are not really ideal for large-scale deep learning and customization. Okay, so we use GPU platforms. They are based on NVIDIA. Okay, you can also use Intel Neural Compute Stick. That is also based on it's not GPU. It's actually a specialized architecture that Intel has developed for running deep learning algorithms. So you can connect to a Raspberry Pi, and it will run the deep learning algorithms.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You can look at OpenVINO. Right? That's the software architecture that runs. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your very informative.
Thank you so much for giving us your time and giving this wonderful lecture on health monitoring in real time. We have a lot of doubts, but definitely in future we will be in touch with you, and probably we'll visit you and give you more, what you can say, trouble, you can say.
Sure.
Then I would like to thank you, our Dean, Dr. K. Duraivelu. Yeah, he's always supporting in all activities which are benefited or which will be good for our students. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to mention some special thanks. There are some faculties and distinguished guests from Pune. Dr. S.P. Mahajan, who is head of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering, College of Engineering, Pune. Dr. Vibha Vyas, who is associate professor at College of Engineering, Pune. Dr. Prachi Mukherjee, who is again head of the department in Cummins Engineering College, Pune. They all came to listen to you, sir, Bala sir, and Mukul sir today. Thank you so much for attending our web conference. Now, last but not least, I would like to thank all our participants. Even I would like to thank our own staff. In short notice, they worked so hard to make this event successful. So before what you can say, concluding this, I wish, I hope, or rather I pray that we will come out of this situation, pandemic, as early as possible, and we'll start living better life, or rather we have started living better life. We will continue this in future. Till then, you stay home, stay safe, but be connected. Thank you so much.